Yo fam, how y'all been? It's your boy Malik here on Leak's Legacy. It's been a minute. It's been a couple months since I dropped a video. I just been focused. Life's been changing, things been moving around, and I just had to get myself, in the process, get regulated. You feel me? But I'm here again with another video for y'all. It's not gonna be a long one. I just wanted to talk about this one topic, and that topic is trust the process. So I want to say I am a Philly fan. Eagles just won the Super Bowl. Claps up to that. Claps up to that. That's a big accomplishment for us. I'm a Sixers fan too, and that shit not going right. But we're not gonna talk about the Sixers. Joel Embiid, he get on my nerves. But nah, that's where trust the process comes from, though. You feel me? At least in my mind. Joel Embiid, when he first came in, he said trust the process. He got injured. After that, he started doing good. But then, it hasn't been no conference finals or anything from the Sixers. But you still got to trust the process. So the way I'm going to incorporate that into my life and what I'm about to say is that, man, life's been changing so fast these past couple months. So fast, man. Like left and right, things have been switching up and, it's all good. There's things that happen that might not be the best thing to hear about, or it might not make me feel the best. However, everything happens for a reason, and I look to God and I asked him, sorry, I'm stuttering. I asked God, like, yo, man, you got me? Like, what's happening? You know what I mean? And I just feel like the one thing he keeps saying to me is, bro, trust the process. There's a reason you're going through this. There's a reason I put you through that. There's a reason things are hard right now. There's a reason you have this thing on your mind. I'm just trying to trust the process in my own light. So now I want to begin it by saying, man, life. When it comes to money, I remember that last video I told you about some of the goals I have for 2025. We about a month and a half in right now, not even, you know what I'm saying? And things are already changing. I got a new job. Things are going well. I'm hoping I can just keep pushing at it, doing what I got to do, doing what's right so I can keep this job and just stack my bread up, man. I'm making more money than I've ever made. And I'm not saying this in like a deceiving way to kind of make y'all feel bad about what y'all doing, because some of y'all probably doing better than me. However, for somebody who has always been at these bullshit jobs and haven't been making that much money, or when I did make the money, y'all know my past videos, I used to just spend it on weed or spend it on clothes. Now it's like, nah, I'm saving it. I'm spending on things that's important, And one of the things I spent my money on was a car. You see, your boy hasn't had his own car since 2021. I've been driving my grandma's car, I've been driving my brother's car, I've been driving my mom's car, and that shit make you feel like a bum after a while, man. After a while, you like, man, when am I gonna have my own? I want my own shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm 24, why don't I have my own shit? And so, just a month into working at this job, man, I purchased a car, and it was one of the best feelings I've ever had. I purchased my own car before, back in 2021, but a month in, I was driving in Camden, shit got flooded, and I was like, fuck. That's when I decided to go back to school, because the life shit outside of school wasn't working right. And so I'm out of school now, again. Probably not going back. I got a decent job, you know what I'm saying? But back to the car, man, just having that shit in my presence, that's an accomplishment, man. I feel so proud of myself for that. Driving around, driving to work, got the smell good black ice in that bitch, had a little Bluetooth thing in there, bumping my music. It's a great feeling, you know what I mean? It made me feel like, man, all right, things are moving. And then again, trust the process. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think I'd have it that quick. God's like, look, man, I'm giving you these shots. You just got to take them. And I'm taking them. So yeah, man, the car. Outside of the car, finances wise, man, it's doing good. I'm not going to tell y'all everything, but this is Lee's legacy. I make these as a documentation for myself. And I will say, man, the money I am making me feel proud of myself, man. Being proud of myself is something that I haven't felt in forever. I was living the wrong way. I was going down this path of pain and sorrow. And now I feel like I'm on a path of enrichment and strength, prosperity. I want y'all to be able to be on that path too. And the only way I was able to get on this path is by taking risks and making sacrifices, trusting the process. Back when God told me to stop smoking weed, I was pissed, but he said, do it. I trust the process, and here I am now. Back when God told me, hey, man, you got to focus on yourself. You can't be out here giving your energy to all these people. You got to put it into yourself, put it into your core. I did that. Yeah, I might have lost some friends around the way. Yeah, I might have lost some connections that I thought were great. But at the end of the day, they're not in my life for a reason. I trust the process. And right now, I feel comfortable in my alone time, in my own space, to the point where I don't need people. You know, everybody needs people, but y'all know what I mean. I don't need people for my satisfaction. I'm not codependent on others. I look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, you got this, man. Even on the hard days, you got this, man. Because God's putting his life into you to do the things that he wants you to do on this earth. There's a greater purpose for me, just like there's a greater purpose for you. You just got to lock in, take those risks, make those sacrifices, and walk that narrow path. So, nah, man. Outside of that, when it comes to the money stuff, like I said, everything's going well. It's just the beginning. I'm trusting the process. But also when it comes to mental health, you know, I have a video on this account where I talked about my bipolar disorder. You know, that was a struggle for me. You know, these past 5-6 years, they've been hard. You know, I've had ups and downs when it comes to my mental health, but I'll say in the past 7 months, my mental health has skyrocketed. Not even just 7 months. I would say the past year and a half, but the past 7 months have been very different. You know what I mean? I really feel like I've been tapping into myself. I haven't had no episodes. I've been taking my medicine how I need to take it. I'm speaking this out because I know there was a lot of people that looked at that bipolar video and they felt like they were heard. You know what I'm saying? They felt like there was somebody out there who understood what they was going through. And so this is for all my people out there that have mental health issues, that are going through stuff and they just don't know how to speak. Man, just know there's somebody right here, there's me, who's been through that. And I understand you. I feel you. You know what I mean? I empathize with you because it's hard. But once you get on that other side, you know what I mean? Once you get on that side where you're looking at yourself and you're like, I can do this. You're doing the things you need to do. Take your medicine. There's people out there who believe that there's nothing wrong with them. They believe that God got everything. But God made doctors. God made all these people so that they can help others. And I say God made doctors because God made doctors to make these medicines. God made scientists to make these medicines, find these cures so that we can help them. God, yeah, he's gonna lift us up. He's gonna give us the right tools. However, if you don't use those tools, such as medicine, you're not gonna be able to help yourself. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. There was a point in time in my life where I didn't think I need medicine, and it just brought me down, even worse. Sometimes you gotta look yourself in the mirror and be like, man, I don't want to do this. I don't want to believe that this is how I am. But for my own sake, for my own mental health, let me try it. And that's what I did. I tried it. I tried to take my medicine. I decided all right, let me start doing this every day. I did it. And like I said, I've been healthy ever since, man. No episodes, no freak outs. My emotional state is very calm, you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing because there was a point in my life where I didn't believe I'd get to this state where I'd feel normal again. I feel blessed, man. I'm trusting the process. I decided to trust the process the day I started taking my medicine, and it hasn't done anything but enrich me, make me feel glorious, make me feel amazing, man. So yeah, mental health. Make sure y'all focus on that. Don't forget, man, you gotta take care of yourself before you can take care of anybody else. So another way you can trust the process. I'm just putting out ways you can trust the process. It's my first video back. You know, I missed y'all. It's been some time, but I was like, let me talk to the people, man. It's been a minute since I talked to the people. So another way you can trust the process outside of money, outside of mental health, is when it comes to love. And that's love in all ways, man. If I was to talk about love in a friendship way, you gotta trust the process and understand that some seasons, you and your boys, you and your girls aren't gonna be talking as much as y'all used to. You know, I got some homeboys that are in their own life doing things to get to that next level too. We don't chat as much as we used to. We don't hang out as much as we used to, but that doesn't make us any less boys. That doesn't make us any less brothers at all. There's gonna be people in your life that they have a journey that they gotta get to. Sometimes the journey requires isolation, a period of time where it's just you, yourself, and your grind. And you gotta trust that process and understand that maybe one day y'all can come back together, hang out like y'all used to, play the game like y'all used to, go play basketball like y'all used to. For my guys, you know what I'm saying? For my girls, y'all do whatever y'all do. But man, you gotta understand that when it comes to love and the friendship matter, that people are, if they really care for you, if they really understand you, they love you, they gonna let you have your space and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say any names, but I got my one best friend, man. Me and him used to hang out every day. Every day. Or at least almost every day. Talk every day. Back when I was in school. You know, and now I'm back home doing my thing, working. He's at school, putting in that grind, trying to graduate on time. We don't talk all the time now. We might call each other every couple weeks, but that's about it. We don't play basketball together. You know, I just actually pulled up on him, you know, a couple days ago. I went to the school just to, you know, see my dudes, and we just chatted it up, man. It was beautiful. It was as if no time has passed. Those are the real people in your life. When you meet up with them, it feels like no time has passed. Those are your real friends. Your real friends are the ones that is gonna let you keep your space, take some time away, so that you can focus on yourself. And they're gonna be they're gonna be in the back, chilling. And when it's time for you to, hey, what's up, bro? How you been? They gonna be so happy to see you, man. Those are the real friends. Shit, I got a friend that lives in Hawaii. That's my boy. He been my brother since 3rd grade. If you watch this, brother, you know who you are, man. I love you. I don't see him at all. My man's a working man, does his thing, lives in a whole different state, but we still make time to talk to each other. Because that's another thing. Isolation, I understand that. Sometimes you need your space. Sometimes you need to focus on your own things. However, the people you really love, the people that really love you, y'all will make time for each other. That phone call every month, every 2 weeks, that text, hey man, how you been? I just been thinking about you. I hope you good. That shit mean a lot to people, because I know it mean a lot to me. So if they your real friends, expect that. And if they not giving that, maybe send them the text, and that might make them want to do it. All I'm trying to say is, man, is that you gotta understand, when it comes to love and the friendship matter, there's people out there, there's people around you, should I say, that really give a fuck about you. And when it's your time to isolate, when it's your time to get on that grind, you're gonna actually start to peep who really is there for you. Cause the other ones, they start to fade away. They start to fade away. And it ain't nothing but love. I got them people that start to fade away. It ain't nothing but love. I don't hate these people. But I realize, you know, once you start going in your grind, you start to see who really there for you. You start to see who really is that circle that you got, and who just wanted you for the time being, and also who just wanted you because of the old version of you was, or what the old version of you was, if you understand what I'm trying to say. When it comes to love and the friendship matter, you'll see, if you trust the process, who's really supposed to be around you, who really gives a fuck about you. You feel me? So another way love can go is in the romantic side. Now, I ain't gonna lie. For my people out there that know me, I'm a lover boy, man. You know, I'm a lover boy. There's something about having the wife and kids, and, you know what I mean, being that amazing dad that just means so much to me. That's what I want to do, you know what I'm saying, eventually in life. And so when it comes to that part, man, you know, love is not easy. It's not easy. You know, if I was going to give y'all a little tidbit of my life, I've had people who I've been with having no relationships. I've only been in like 2 relationships my whole life. But I've had people that I've talked to, and I've realized, man, this isn't love. You know, I just like them for the time being. And there's nothing wrong with that. You got to actually go through it to actually figure out whether or not you love somebody. But once you go through it and you're like, man, I don't really love this person, you got to, you know what I mean, pack your bags and dip. And that's not a hate thing. That's not a bad thing, but it's the truth. Because I feel like if you're not in it for love, then what you in it for? That's how people get hurt. That's how them toxic relationships happen. You know, they're just there for the sex, or they're just there because they're lonely. And I'm not gonna lie, man, I've had plenty of girls in the past who I've had connections with, and none of it really led to something. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it was my fault. Sometimes it was their fault. Sometimes it was just God saying, man, this ain't the person for you. You know what I'm saying? But I also will say, when it comes to love and romantic ways, is that some things you don't know. And I say you don't know, I mean that in a way where it's like, you have that feeling in your heart. Because I know from my people who know me, there's somebody out there who has had my heart for a minute. I never knew whether or not I ever feel that again. I talked to God like, yo, God, man, what's going to happen, man? Am I ever going to speak to this person? Is this person ever going to speak to me? And to this day, I still wonder, you know, if life can... I'm making a video.
Sorry?
I'm making a video. You good. I'll cut that part out. But basically what I'm trying to say is that, There's people out there who you really gonna care about. You know what I'm saying? People out there who you gonna want the best for them, whether they're with you or not. And that love in a romantic way, you gotta understand. Sometimes you gotta watch from the sidelines. Sometimes you might be the star player and you could be in their life, but also sometimes they don't want you to be that star player no more. You gotta have to watch from the sidelines. So all my people out there that love somebody who might not love them back, it's okay. You'll find your person. But also for them people who love somebody and they might love you back, they might have that little bit of something in them, but you just gotta prove it to them. Do your thing, man. Prove it to them. Trust the process, because you never know what's gonna happen. I know in my life, I'm trusting the process in all areas of my life, but in the love portion, I'm trusting the process because I know what God has for me will come to me, whether it's the one of my dreams or if it's just somebody I haven't met yet. You know what I'm trying to say? So nah, man. From love to mental health to the money, the manyan, to just you gotta trust the process because God is molding you each day. And I speak of God a lot because, man, I talk to that bull every day. Every day. I might not be in the Bible like that. I might not be a real religious person, but I know me and God's connection, me and God's conversations are things that drive me, man. It drives me. I need it. It keeps me balanced. So what I want to say about that is just, speak to God, man. Speak to the higher power. Maybe there's things that he wants to tell you, or maybe there's things that he wants you to pick your own brain about so that you can find a solution yourself. Sometimes we just need a little bit more time to think, a little bit more time to rest and just rejuvenate our mind, rejuvenate our heart, rejuvenate our soul to understand, like, all right, this is the path I'm supposed to be going down. All right, this is the person I'm supposed to be with. All right, this is the way I got to do things to get that money. All right, this is the sacrifice I got to make. If I don't make the sacrifice, I can't make it to the next step. You got to trust that process. And the whole thing is, it starts with you, the man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror. It starts with you in all areas of life. So nah, man, I'm not going to talk y'all ear out too much. It's been about 2-3 months since I posted a video. So, I had to come out here and just let y'all know what it is. And I'm going to end it by saying, bro, trust the process, man. If it's about that money, figure out a way to make it. Because there's so many ways to make money in today's time, whether it's online, whether it's a 9-to-5, whether it's going to school and getting that career. It doesn't matter. Getting a trade, it doesn't matter. Fuck what the world thinks. Fuck that thought in your head that you got to be this rich millionaire and have all the women in the world and do all that stuff. Nah, that's not the life for everybody. You got to figure out what works for you. Yes, it sounds nice, but if that's not what's in your plans, man, you're going to have to find another route. You feel me? Trust the process when it comes to your mental health. Hey, man, I'm not feeling good today. Or, hey, man, I'm feeling good today. Talk to yourself. Understand how you feel. Understand your tics, your triggers, the things that make you happy, the little things. Trust the process. Understand you. You can't understand anybody else until you understand you. When it comes to love, man, friendships, man, figure out who's in that circle. Because that circle is important, man. That circle defines who you are. If you don't got the right people in your circle, you're not going to get to the right place. But if you got the right people in your circle, you're going to enter the right doors. They're going to drive you to be better. They're going to understand. They want you to achieve the things that you wish to achieve. They're not going to be holding you back, man. When it comes to love, man, risk shit, man. If you want that person, go get them. If they don't want you, that's okay. At least you tried. Try and love, man. Trial and error in all areas of life. Trial and error. That's what you got to go through. And if you do have somebody, you in a relationship and you watching this, make sure you value that person. Don't take them for granted. Because for somebody who did that in the past, man, you're going to regret that shit for the rest of your life. Understand, man, it's trial and error in all these areas that I'm talking about. With friends, it's trial and error. With the mental health, it's trial and error. With the money in, it's trial and error. With love, it's trial and error. But at the end of the day, with all that trial and error, you got to trust the process. As long as you trust that process and understand that God has a message for you in each day, if you just listen to him, talk to him, man, it's not that hard to just have a conversation with the man. It ain't that hard, bro. Talk to him like you talking to your mother, like you talking to your brother, like you talking to your best friend. Talk to him, man. I promise you he going to give you downloads. He going to give you information that you might not know that's already inside you, and it's going to help you get to that next step, help you get through the day, if anything. So, yeah, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. If you haven't been here before, welcome to Leaks Legacy. No, my name is Malik. This is where I share my story and I talk about self-improvement and motivating things. If you like it, please hit the like button down low. Comment for me. It's been a minute, man. I hope y'all miss me like I miss y'all. I'm out.